You know, when I moved to Utah from Texas back in 1990, one of the things that always struck me was, of course, how beautiful Utah is. But every time we'd go to a lake or a reservoir, I always found it interesting how there's basically no development. I mean, you were lucky to get a single marina, uh, to be open when you were there, let alone houses, neighborhoods, golf courses, and things like that. Other parts of the country, certainly Texas and many other places I've been to, California, Colorado, Oregon. You get to a beautiful lake, and there's going to be beautiful homes and, like I said, golf courses, sometimes resorts, all kinds of things to enjoy recreating around. But not so much here in Utah. Well, all that is changing, at least here on Utah Lake. Welcome, everybody. This is Matt Stone, and today I'm on the east shore of Utah Lake. I'm just north of I'm in Vineyard, but I'm just north of the part that's already been developed. And I'm standing on 600 acres that's going to be developed by the Woodbury Corporation, as well as Flagship. And they are calling this development Utah City. Now, not the most original name, but what is going to be unique about it is that it's going to be a little different than a lot of the neighborhoods and communities that's been built so far, at least in Utah County. Okay, most of the time you build a neighborhood, and around the neighborhood you're going to have some stores, and then as you get closer to like State Street and I-15, then you're going to have more businesses and hotels and restaurants and things like that. But in the neighborhood, it's pretty much just houses. Now, Vineyard as a city is changing that a little bit. As you wind through, it certainly is mostly houses, but you're seeing pickleball courts and parks and swimming pools and things like that. And then very near to the actual houses, you've got kind of the business district. You've got Top Golf and a megaplex movie theater, banks, restaurants, things like that. Well, Utah City, this is going to be a 700-acre master plan community. And what makes this a little different is that all of the living and working and entertainment and stores are all going to be kind of mixed in this 700 acres. We don't have a ton of details, but from the renderings that we've seen, you're going to see a lot of like shops and stores and retail on bottom levels, and then condos and townhouses built on top of that. Now, the developers are saying, in addition to that mixed retail and residential, there's also going to be areas for single-family homes. There's going to be areas for millionaires and billionaires to live. So that'll be interesting to see, how that develops. In addition to that, though, we're also going to see something really amazing for Utah County, and that is a second headquarters for the Huntsman Cancer Institute. They've already broken ground for it. It's going to be right here, like I said, just north of where the vineyard is that's been developed in this Utah City complex. So exactly where this is just west of I-15, east of Utah Lake, on what used to be the Geneva Steel Plant. So that's been wiped away. It's all gone. Now it's just land, and that's where they're going to be developing this Utah City. Now, developers are saying this is going to be a little over 17 million square feet of mixed-use facilities, so shops, restaurants, movie theaters, businesses, all kinds of things for entertainment as well as just regular doing business. And then you're going to have your residential townhomes, condos, single families, all built in and amongst and around that retail and business. Now, to give you kind of a sense of the scale of this, certainly if you're here, you can kind of see it. I mean, it's easy to see where I-15 is and Utah Lake is. But scale-wise, BYU, its facility, its campus, is about 560 acres, okay? UVU is a little over 520 acres. This is going to be 700 acres. If you've ever been to Disneyland, California Adventure, that entire complex is 500 acres. So this is going to be a little bigger than that, but not so big that you're not going to be able to get around on foot and the public transportation that's available. And that's really one thing that's going to be very, very different. Most neighborhoods, like I said, you need a car to get from your house to the stores, to retail, to restaurants, to the movie theater. You really don't want to walk it. Really, with the exception of maybe downtown Provo in Utah County, you need a car to get around. So they're talking about that's going to change here. So pretty exciting. Very anxious to see how this develops and what it's going to look like in the end. Now, in addition to the buildings, retail and the residential, they're going to be planning big open green spaces. They've got plans for a lot of hiking, biking, and walking trails. And as well, right along the lakeshore, we're planning a big boardwalk so that hopefully we can enjoy Utah Lake, little beach areas and sand volleyball and all those types of things a little easier than we can right now. Now, anytime there's new development here in Utah, traffic is a concern when we're thinking about using it or moving there. It's certainly a concern like in areas like Eagle Mountain and Saratoga. There's only a couple ways in and out of that, and when you get there around drive time, you're feeling it. You know, without traffic, you're looking at sometimes a 10-minute commute. With traffic, sometimes you're looking at close to an hour commute. So definitely a concern here. What we're seeing, though, is you're going to have access 3 different ways off of I-15. You've got the Orem 1600 North exit, 800 North, as well as Center Street. Now, in addition to driving in and out, we've also got a FrontRunner station that's already been completed and it's operational right here in this new Utah City development. Now, at this point, we're not exactly sure when properties are going to be available to purchase and to move in. Obviously, it's going to take several years to build something of this scale, but they've already broken ground for the Cancer Institute as well. They've broken ground for a 450 multi-family dwelling. So we're thinking anywhere from 4 to 6 months, we're going to see some model homes become available, which I'll make some videos of and put out there in YouTube land. As well, we're thinking anywhere 8 to 10 months until something can be purchased and be moved into. So the other thing that we don't know is how much is going to have to be, owner occupied versus investment property. With being so close to UVU and even BYU, really some great opportunity to buy some property as investment for all of the students and really for anybody, because we're still in a housing shortage here in Utah. So thanks for watching. Keep checking back. I'm going to make more videos, and I hope to see you in the next one.